The next question here is, how can I easily, which is already easily, the easy route. I didn't find really anything that survived down that path, but I'll go on. How can I easily transmute undesirable emotions from experiences and prevent other versions of myself to project onto me? Okay. Now, I won't be redundant and say, hey, the cosmic energy calendar, even though big solution. I'll also speak towards that when someone is projecting something onto you. Okay, like, so let's say, for instance, if you're just in an office building, we won't say in a direct engagement, but in an office building and you work there and you get in there and you start hearing chatter in your mind or start feeling a way that you know is not really connected to your personal feelings and how you felt even that morning. So you know empathically, because as we're increasing more, becoming aware more, we're becoming more empathic. So that means we're picking up on others' emotions and the subtle energies that are going through the environment. Right? So many times we ask for this. Pretty much everybody watching this is asking for a variant, at least, of being more empathic, being able to know what goes on and see beyond the veil. That's all a part of being empathic. But then there's an immediate complaint. Once that empathic ability unlocks, whether it's through a cleanse or a fast and a meditation, and one starts to actually gain that ability, there's a complaint, oh man, it's too much. I feel these beings projecting on me and all this stuff is like, it's too much, right? This is the same thing also that when you start cleaning out your body, even cigarette smokes just is like, oh my goodness, I'm getting a headache. But before, you may be able to even sit in the smoke room at the airport. Now, you get a headache when you eat a little bit of salt that's ionized and not sea salt. But before, you were eating Doritos and Cheetos and Popeye sandwiches and never bother you. What is happening? And it's because what you're doing with your body when you're leveling up is you're becoming more sensitive, literally. But the issue, of course, with sensitivity is that it equates to sometimes a vulnerability. That's why some of the masters even say they've tapped into that side of vulnerability and understood what that really is. It's opening up the empathic side of things so much that even things reveal themselves to you that it would edgewise not have done so because they see you in a vulnerable state. It's actually a technique. I even know some animals that lay around in a vulnerable position to attract other animals that think that that animal is vulnerable, only to seize it once it gets really close. So vulnerability is also a technique, a power, or a trait. But of course, if you can't shut it off, or if you can't use it and then learn how to tune it off, it's almost like, let's say, Superman in one of the movies. He's got all these different senses. He can hear, he can see, he can all this kind of stuff. But when getting on Earth, just overwhelmed. All the five senses are overwhelmed. The train sounds and all the perfumes and the cigars and the hot dogs and all this stuff is all floating through the air at one time and is overwhelmed. So the first thing the Superman has to learn is how to actually turn those powers down and only use them when necessary. So always remember that while you're going into these cleanses and all these different things, make sure that you have your tool set configured properly to where you can actually turn down your empathy if necessary. This is why even the Malefic Numbers, which they're what they call malefic planets. This means like they're instead of the yin, they're the yang. And many see the negative side of things as actually being non-useful and things they want to get rid of, something they want to get rid of. But actually, those are the forces that allow you, just like acid and alkaline. If something is too alkaline, I'm too sensitive, I'm reading everything and I'm picking up on too much. Well, pour some acid on it. And acid are the things that you can do in your everyday life that actually dial back your frequency. I know that sounds crazy because, people are just polarized on this. Raise my frequency, raise my alkaline. Well, my alkaline on 20, you'll be in there dead with your teeth disintegrated with high alkaline for too long. Like your stomach acids and all that kind of stuff will just be depleted. You won't be able to digest food. Your bones will become soft. All this is a response to high alkaline. You're looking to be balanced. So always remember this. This is chemistry. This is Myatt Thematics. And because of that, it's all about maintaining balance and staying away from the extremes, except for when needing to use that. Like if somebody just drops out in front of you as in sick, now you need to go to the extreme of the yin pole to pull energy to heal that person. But to stay on the extreme yin pole in every day of life, you're going to be crying. You're going to feel vulnerable. You're going to feel like nobody loves you. Nobody's paying attention to what's going on. Nobody cares about Earth. You're going to feel all of that. So you also need that yang component. Go out and have some fun with your friends. Go watch a damn movie. Tune it down a little bit. Remember, what the Magus is doing is aware of all of this. So it's not like the action like, oh, yeah, I want to go and party. It may be I need to go and party to tune down some of this high vibration because I don't actually need to be in that stage right now. And I know that that's crazy to say. I know some people are thinking like, what does that, how? And it's true. It's really about balance here. It's not about high vibration or low vibration. It's about balance and being able to access those poles when necessary. So I'll keep going with this. So just remember, how you transmute those frequencies is, of course, using the correspondences to how to nullify those frequencies. And then also remembering the environment. Do the math already before you go in there. I know I'm going into the office. Judy jokes too much. Paul is totally unconscious. So this is obviously not midnight meditation that you're going into. This is something totally different. So get your wardrobe on. That's why there's war in front of it, because now there's going to be a conflict of frequencies when you go into spaces and you wear these accoutrements. You know, have some lavender in your pocket, have the stone on your finger, right? Have the things that are needed to actually balance out the energies that you're about to go into. That's the adept. The adept knows what's going to go in there and doesn't imagine that, oh, my frequency is so high, it's just going to change everything around me. But that would change the entire workspace, and that would probably, your job would be gone, and all of that would be gone. So it's just, instead of trying to change all the time things that you can't change, work with the things that you actually can, and also get with the powerful forces that have the ability to do that. And that's why nature is so powerful. That's why you see, like, even a simple smell can spread through the entire office. And sometimes even only the sensitive people can even smell it. You see what I mean? So there's ways to reprogram and do things that don't actually require you to just directly get into a conflict with somebody and to start telling them what you know and all of that. Okay?